Hey, what up, everybody? Just gonna make a real quick video. I'm on my way to go get a quick workout in. It's funny because I always used to laugh when I would see people struggle streaming on YouTube from their car. I'm like, oh man, it ain't gonna be me. But crazy part is like the vehicle, my car, is probably the most quiet spot where I could kind of shoot a video and talk about a few things. So with that being said, we're just gonna jump right into it. It's the beginning of the year, which typically for many of us is that time of year where we make our New Year's resolutions, our fitness resolutions, right? Some things we're trying to do, whether that be improve our general health, lose some weight, whatever the case may be. But for some reason, many of us, right, we'll come out the gate in January, swinging for the fences, going pretty hard, pretty strong. But by February, we're all worn out, we're done, right? Giving up, see you, but guess we'll get after it again in 2023. Well, we want to change that, right? Because we're not in the business of failing at things. We want to make sure that we're successful, that we get the desired goals that we want. The reason why I brought this up, as I thought it was a good topic for discussion, was I saw an article on Forbes magazine or the Forbes website, and they talk about New Year's resolution and like by the numbers. So it said that roughly 60% of Americans make New Year's resolutions every year. And out of that 60% making New Year's resolutions, only 20% would deem that as being a successful endeavor. And, it was a wide variety of things, whether it was improve general health, get in shape, quit smoking, things like that. But the most common one was, to get in shape. Now, somebody who is in the fitness industry, I know this because in January, we are always like, that's the big month, right? So you notice all the workout plans, all the diet programs, everything is being sold because, we got that one window when everybody's motivated to get after it. So what I want to do is I want to give out a couple tips that I feel are successful, some things that I've used that make myself successful when it comes to getting in shape and staying that way. So the first thing I want to talk about is having a plan, right? So we always say like, oh man, I just want to lose weight, I want to get good shape and feel better. But what you want to do is you want to be more specific, right? You want to be specific as possible on what you want and what you want to accomplish, which is going to allow you to develop a plan on how to actually get there. So for instance, instead of thinking like I would like to lose weight, put a number on it. Say, hey, I want to lose 30 pounds by my 40th birthday. My 40th birthday is in April, so that gives me, X amount of weeks to get there. All right, so not only is it realistic, but it's time sensitive, and you can actually develop a plan to get there. The reason why that is because when you do it that way, one, is going to give you an opportunity to adequately plan your strategy for getting there, and two, it's going to give you clear reference points. So as you lose 5 pounds, you're not bummed out because I just lost 5 pounds. Instead, you say, hey, I did 5 pounds. I'm a quarter of the way there, or I'm exceeding my goals, because I've lost 25 pounds already, whatever the case may be. So that's just one thing, is that you just want to have a specific goal, so that way you can adequately make a specific plan on how you want to get there. Next, you want to avoid just jumping into these extreme diets and things like that. A lot of us, we want to go buck wild, we want to throw away all the carbs in the refrigerator and do things like that, and jump on these fad diets. Oh yeah, we saw this celebrity pitching this, saying, oh, is this extreme diet? But the problem with extreme diets is that they are only good for the short term, right? So if I started something crazy like where I can only eat grapefruits or something like that for like 2 weeks, yeah, I'm gonna be good. The weight loss might even be phenomenal. I might lose 5-10 pounds, something crazy. But how sustainable is that? Are you really going to be able to live the rest of your life eating, one thing? So any diet that said you can only eat this or you can only eat that or only eat it these times, you want to stay away from those programs like that, because anything that's depriving you, it's going to make you want to do one of the two extremes. One, you're going to diet hard, extreme, but then when you come off, it's going to be, the pendulum's going to shift to the extreme in the opposite direction. You don't want that. What you want to practice is moderation, right? So eat foods that you enjoy, but eat them in moderation, right? It's like that saying, too much of anything can sometimes be a bad thing. So you just want to moderate, and always remember that it's calories in, calories out at the end of the day, and make it as easy and convenient for yourself as possible. The next piece of advice I would give to somebody who's just starting their fitness journey would be to have an accountability partner, right? So sometimes people in your group, they can kind of work against you. So if I'm trying to lose weight, or if I'm trying to get in the gym, right, and my friends and family, aren't necessarily about that life, they may try to distract me, do things that knock me off my purpose. So what you want to do is you want to find somebody who's going in the same direction as you. If you're trying to lose weight, link up with somebody who else is trying to lose weight, and y'all hold each other accountable. So that way when you're together, you guys are going to make, those better decisions together. On the days where you don't feel like training, your partner's going to say, hey, let's get after it. Nah, we're going to train today. We came to do it. Or the same thing when it comes to your nutrition plan. Avoid those people in the office who are trying to, get you to eat cupcakes and cookies and all that extra stuff if that's not, necessarily where you're trying to get to. Next, which I would probably say would be the most important thing, is being consistent, right? Being consistent with your training, being consistent with your nutrition. Those are things that are going to really make a difference. So if you are going to the gym 3 to 4 times a week and you do that for 2 to 3 months, I guarantee you're going to see some results. If you are eating, let's say 30 days in a month, right? If I'm eating, pretty solidly for 25 of those days, I guarantee you I'm going to see some results because I'm consistently doing it. If you're not, you're not going to drop your 30, 40 pounds in that first month, but if you're consistently losing, 1 to 2 pounds a week, over time you are going to get where you're trying to get to. I promise you, and it's going to work. Next, I would say fully commit, right? Fully commit. Now, I'm not saying that you got to commit to where you are going to the gym, 7 days a week, 2 hours a day, training up like you get ready for the Olympia stage. That's not what I'm saying at all. But if you can commit to, hey, I'm going to get at least 30 minutes of exercise a day and do 3 to 4 days of resistance training a week, you're going to get results that are, definitely, people are going to notice, that you've made some changes. And at the end of the day, that's what we want, right? And with that being said, like your exercise program, your nutrition program, it shouldn't be a nuisance. A lot of what we do is done by association. So what we do is we associate things either positively or negatively, right? So if I say something like Christmas, right, most of us, we associate that with, gifts and friends and family, and we associate that with positive things. But if I say, I don't know, like for me, somebody says broccoli, I don't like broccoli. So my mind already goes to a negative space. Well, the same thing is true when it comes to nutrition and exercise. A lot of times we have these negative connotations, but we want to flip that. So as opposed to thinking about things that you don't enjoy, associate with them with things that you do enjoy. So if I'm a walker, but I don't enjoy walking on the treadmill, I'm not going to force myself to walk on the treadmill just because. Alternative would be, I enjoy being outdoors. I like being out in nature. So instead of walking on the treadmill, I'm going to go out for a nature hike because I'm going to start to associate it with those things that I like. And even when it comes to your resistance training, you find a resistance training program that works for you and that's going to be effective, that's tailored for your needs. You want to stay away from anybody who say you have to do it one way. No, there's more than one way to get to your goal. And if you're hiring a trainer, you want a trainer that's going to listen and who's going to make sure that they are tailoring that program for your needs and what is going to work and be most effective for you. And last but not least, have fun. Have fun along your fitness journey, right? Celebrate your wins. Every time you lose 4 or 5 pounds, right? For some of us, then we may think, oh, you know what, that's not a big deal, but it is a big deal. And you want to celebrate those big deals, right? You want to celebrate and you want to get those wins under your belt, and that's what's going to allow you to stay the course and be as successful as you can be, right? So the bottom line is this, right? We want to have that plan. We want to be consistent. We want somebody who's going to hold us accountable. All right, we don't want to jump to one extreme or the other. We just want steady progress, and we're going to meet our goals. And if you do those things, I can all but guarantee you that you're going to be successful on your fitness journey, especially as we enter the new year. So some things that you can look forward to coming from the channel. I'm going to be posting some workouts. I'm going to start posting some meal prep. And as we grow our community, I'm looking forward to everybody's success. And I will catch y'all on the next video. Like, comment, and subscribe. I will see you on the next one.